What's up? Welcome into your Buckeye Rush Hour for a Wednesday, July 19th, 2023. Welcome in. Appreciate everybody joining me today. We are doing our typical topics, Buckeyes related. Let me straighten out this freaking camera one time here. I think we're good. How's everybody doing today? How is your rush hour going? Appreciate all the congratulations and the everything on making it 1 year of the Daily Buckeye Blitz. For the new folks and the kids out there, the Daily Buckeye Blitz is a daily show, obviously, and it's one topic. I do 5 to 10 minutes, usually closer to 10, sometimes a little over 10, but one topic. I go off on one topic, give you like whether it's my opinion on up and coming freshmen, like impact players, or we talk about will the defense be better this year? Do we expect it to be top 5? I give you some stats and things like that. So for the new folks, Daily Buckeye Blitz has been exactly 1 year in its infancy. So I appreciate everybody joining and hopping on, and we're going to keep it rolling. Let's go 365 more. Why not? So we're going to talk. We're going to talk about these Big Ten teams, all Big Ten teams. According to PFF, they released their all Big Ten teams the other day, and let's see. How do we want to do this? I'll run through the first team. I'm not going to go through the entire roster, but there's a couple things I want to point out, especially Ohio State related, but let's run through the first team. Quarterback, J.J. McCarthy from Michigan. Running back, Braylon Allen from Wisconsin. Running back, Blake Corum from Michigan. Wide receiver, Marvin Harrison Jr., of course. Wide receiver, Emeka Egbuka, of course. Wide receiver, Isaiah Williams from Illinois. Tight end, Brevin Spanford from Minnesota. Tackle, Olumawai Fashanu from Penn State. Tackle, Jack Nelson from Wisconsin, much easier to say than the last guy. Guard, Connor Colby Cheese from Iowa. Guard, Zach Zinner from Michigan. And center, Drake Nugent. That's all the offense. So let's give some first impressions of the offense here. Nobody from Ohio State in the backfield. Not a huge surprise, but I'm not a big fan of Braylon Allen. I don't know what he's done. J.J. McCarthy, are we going on stats or just seniority here? Because he hasn't done much. I would argue that some of the transfer quarterbacks have done more than J.J. through the air, So. And then the receivers, obviously, you got to have Marvin and Mecca in there. There's no two ways about it. But Isaiah Williams from Illinois, I don't know. We couldn't find a third wide receiver better than him. I don't know. Seems like Illinois doesn't throw the ball much, right? I mean, Burt Bielema is not running the air raid over there. So tight end, the dude from Minnesota, really? Never heard of him. I've never heard of this Brevin Spanford guy. O-line, of course, you got to have at least one Wisconsin guy. I have heard of Fashanu from Penn State. I know he was supposed to be like a high NFL draft pick. You got to have an Iowa guy in there too. A Michigan guy, of course. And then the center also from Michigan. I'm not sure about that one. So my quick first impressions are more Buckeyes, less Michigan. I mean, you could probably say that about any team, right? Then defense, let's look at they have the tackles listed here separately from the edges. Jerzon Newton from Illinois, Chris Jenkins from Michigan. Those are the tackles. At the edges, they got Chop Robinson, Penn State, Aaron Lewis from Rutgers. You got to be fucking kidding me. You got a Rutgers guy at edge, not a JT Tuimoloau. Big problem there. Tommy Eichenberg, the lone Buckeye on this first team defense. Then you got linebacker Mema Najameta from Wisconsin. Never heard of him. Kalen King, the corner from Penn State. Will Johnson, the corner from Michigan. Rod Moore, safety from Michigan. Safety from Iowa, Quinn Schultz. And flex, I don't know what a flex is. Cooper DeJean from Iowa. So obviously the Iowa defense carries that team and that school, but and surprisingly in the secondary, you would think that they would be a little bit better in the front seven, but again, we got Illinois guys leading this first team defense. Jerzon Newton. I know that Burt is building up a good D line there, but a Rutgers guy at edge. You got to be fucking kidding me, man. A Wisconsin linebacker. I don't know. Seems like we could have found somebody else. They got no problem with the corners. Those are two of the best corners in the league. Safety, Rod Moore, Michigan. I don't know. Seems like a seniority award. And the Iowa guys, kind of same there. I mean, yeah, they're good, but I don't know if they're worthy of being first team All-Big Ten, So big problem for me. Again, only 3 Buckeyes on this entire first team. 2 of them are receivers. Geez, this is Michigan has 7. Iowa has 5. Ohio State, Penn State, Wisconsin, 3 each. Illinois 2, Minnesota 1, Indiana 1, and of course Rutgers coming in with their 1. No, I can't get on board with this. This is horseshit. Michigan had 14 total selections over the 3 teams. Okay. I think this has to be a lot on seniority or something. This is a terrible list. Again, on the second team, the Buckeyes have no running backs. I would put Donovan Edwards on that first team. Get fucking Corum out of there. Donovan Edwards is a much better player than Blake Corum. He's a weapon out of the backfield. He's shiftier, faster. He can take it to the house anytime, as we saw. He can catch even with a broken hand. I would flip those 2 running backs. Yeah, Eric All. What's he done? He just transferred to Iowa. We do have guard Matthew Jones makes it into the second team here. Tyleek makes it in the second team. JT Tuamoloau, second team. Denzel Burke, second team. Lathan Ransom, second team. So finally the Buckeyes get a little bit of recognition here, but where's Donovan Jackson? This is terrible. Third team, finally, here come the Buckeye running backs. What a bunch of shit, man. And then Julian Fleming is in there. I don't know. There's Donovan Jackson. Michael Hall Jr. comes in the third team. Jack Sawyer in the third team. So, oh boy, this is pathetic. I'm going to have to take a look at these PFF ratings because where's the Big Ten? Okay, let's look at the Big Ten here. According to the PFF rankings from 2022, let's go receiving. Ohio State, Minnesota, Penn State. Ooh, let's go quarterback. Michigan was a 72, according to PFF. Remember, PFF grades at a 60 is your baseline doing your job, bare ass minimum. So let's look at Michigan passing. This is your number 1 quarterback in the Big Ten right here, JJ McCarthy. 2,200 yards passing, 16 TDs. Yeah. 12 games. Played in 12 games. Remember Cade, what's his name? Cade McNamara. played one game early in the season when they were trying to have their fake QB competition. Yeah, that's your number one quarterback in the fucking Big Ten. Get out of here. That's trash. All right, let's talk to the chat here. What's up, boys? What's up, Billy? PC? Yeah. Right. PC is all in with me. He says tight end from Minnesota. Who the hell is that? Same here. PC says calling bunk on the wide receiver 3 from Illinois. Same here. Eric Montoya, what's up, man? Been a while. Good to see you. Billy says I'm rooting for Illinois to win the West this year. Yeah. Rutgers, what the fuck? Who comes up with this stuff? I haven't heard a lot of these guys. I don't know, man. Oh, we got somebody from out of state. What do Americans know about soccer? I can't even read your username, man. That's like hieroglyphics and shit. Thanks for joining in, though. I'll let you know when we start talking soccer. Billy, prediction in July don't mean much. No, I know. He says I'm getting a Hebrew bot attack. Should I block him? Should I block the Hebrew bot attack? PC says they always load second and third teams with Buckeyes. Not good enough for first team, I guess. Bunch of crap. Yeah, it is clickbait to some degree, but this isn't on social media. I mean, I clicked on the list because I wanted to see where the Buckeyes were. I was shocked to see they were so low. The headline that I looked at on PFF was just the basic, 2023 preseason All-Big Ten team. Michigan's J.J. McCarthy, Blake Corum make the first team. So it wasn't really clickbaity to me, but it turned out to be. But we know that's how everybody operates on college football social media. All the content is geared towards getting clicks from Ohio State fans. PC says, yeah, JJ is not him. He'll be better this year, but no Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, no, not even close. 2,200 yards last year in 12 games, man. Pathetic. Billy says our rooster on both sides should be all Big Ten. Roster, yeah. Roster should be Big Ten. Charles Horning, what's up? What was the best secondary JJ faced last year? OSU didn't have one DB drafted. No, we didn't. Matter of fact, we didn't have a defender drafted until the third round. That was Zach Harrison. And what was the best secondary that JJ faced? Let me look at his schedule right here. Probably Penn State or Ohio State. That's it. You got Colorado State. I mean, we remember this gauntlet of a schedule Michigan had last year. It's very similar to this year's, by the way. Not much different. Colorado State, week 1. He had just 4 attempts. Then Hawaii, UConn, Maryland. Let me read you the yardage here, by the way. What kind of performance did JJ put up against these garbage teams? Against Colorado, just the 4 attempts, 30 yards, no touchdowns. Hawaii, these are home games, by the way. So home cooking. Hawaii, 233, 3 touchdowns. UConn, 214, 0 touchdowns. Maryland, again, a home game, 220, 2 touchdowns. At Iowa, 155, 1 touchdown. So maybe that's his toughest defense, at least from the secondary point of view. At Indiana, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns and a pick. Penn State, 145, 0 touchdowns and a pick. Michigan State, 167, 1 touchdown, 0 picks. At Rutgers, 151, 2 touchdowns, 0 picks. Nebraska, 128, 1 touchdown, no picks. Illinois, 210, 0 touchdowns, 0 picks. At Ohio State, 263, 3 touchdowns. So looks like Nebraska gave him the most difficult day at 128 yards. Who would have known? Then Penn State, 145, at Rutgers, 150. There's a lot of the only 300-yard game was at Indiana. So, yeah, that's a rundown for old JJ. Back to the chat. What's up? Sorry, Billy, I don't know Hebrew, but thank you. Block it. I will block it, PC. Remove. You're gone. All right. Moving on. Charles says that Illinois held him in check. Yeah, they 210, no touchdowns. But again, there's a handful of teams that held him to fewer yards. You know, Michigan State even. You know, Sparty held him to 167. At Iowa, 155. At Rutgers, 151. So little 151 action. What else? JJ ran the ball a lot. I am with you, Billy. I'm not arguing that. I can pull up his rushing totals here. Where is he at? Let's go rushing. JJ. Here he is. Okay. Running the ball. Let's go in order of the season. So week 1 just had 7 snaps rushing the ball, 3 attempts. This may include sacks, I would assume. So most likely. Hawaii had 1 rushing attempt, 16 yards. UConn, 2 rushing attempts, 9 yards. Maryland, 4 attempts, 18 yards. At Iowa, 4 attempts, 5 yards. At Indiana, 6 attempts, 23 yards. Penn State, 4 attempts, 62 yards. Michigan State, 3 attempts, 50 yards. At Rutgers, 1 attempt, 17 yards. Nebraska, 1 attempt, 3 yards. Illinois, 3 attempts, 18 yards. At Ohio State, 6 attempts, 35 yards. He had a total of 4 rushing touchdowns, but should be noted also 6 fumbles. So, yeah. Back to the chat. Yeah, I don't know if QB run has really been Michigan's style. It's more hand the ball off style, you know. Let's run the running back 35 times, you know. Yeah, I'm with the PC. That's exactly running right into my point. He says the team up north is going to get Corum killed. They're going to run a kid into the ground. They did that last year. Yeah, I was shocked that they were running him in the second half against Illinois the week before the Ohio State game. That was so fucking stupid. But Harbaugh, man. Harbaugh gonna hardball. Billy says, I'm excited to see whoever we have under center. Me too, very much. PC says Edwards will slide right in and might do a better job, but Corum is going to suffer. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, Edwards worries me more than Blake Corum. Blake Corum, you know, is running between the tackles. He's not, you know, bouncing it outside. He's not going to outrun a linebacker. Edwards will, and we saw it. PC says, so JJ is no Justin Fields. Not quite, no. Billy says, Michigan is the darling in college football since they beat us twice now. That's a part of the reason for all the JJ love. Yes. PC says 6 fumbles by JJ or TUN as a just JJ. He had 6 fumbles, 4 touchdowns. That's all rushing the ball. Charles says, I am honestly very excited about Ohio State's defensive depth this year. Me too, very much. We've got talent on top of talent. This 2021 class, man, I know I probably harped on this. You guys are tired of hearing about it, but this 21 class that Ohio State brought in, we were 0.02 behind Bama in the average recruiting ranking per player. Bama was number 1. They were like a 9.506. We were like a 9.504. 0.02 behind them. And this 21 class is going to make or break us, probably make us, because you got Kyle McCord, 5-star. Travion Henderson, 5-star. Evan Pryor, high 4-star. You got Egbuka, Harrison, 4 stars. Egbuka might have been a 5. He was up there. You got Donovan Jackson. Zen Maholsky is going to factor into that right tackle job. But then Josh Simmons is also a 2021 guy, the transfer. Then defense, Jack Sawyer, JT, those are 21 guys. Mike Hall, Tyleek Williams, those are 21 guys. Oh, don't forget Tywan Malone from Ole Miss. He's a 2021 guy. Burke and Hancock, your starting corners, 2021 guys. So that class is destined to do some greatness. Hopefully it's this year, because a lot of them could be gone by this time next year. Yeah, PC, it does seem like a lot. PC says, does Team Up North have any wide receivers worth a dang? Thank you for not cussing, first of all. And dang is allowed on the show. It's not encouraged, but I'll let you get away with it, PC. Dang. You want to talk receivers? Let's talk, let's go yards. Well, my answer to your question quickly, does the Team Up North have any wide receivers worth a dang? Let's start off with Ronnie Bell, leading receiver last year, 690 yards. He had a total of 51 catches, 80 targets. So didn't work out well many times. He had a 63% receiving percentage. Cornelius Johnson, didn't he transfer? He had 453 yards. Next up, he had a total of 28 receptions. Schoonmaker, the tight end, 330 yards on 31 catches. Roman Wilson, 272 yards, 20 catches. Donovan Edwards chipped in 17 catches, almost 200 yards. So you can see, I mean, that's why, JJ's total passing for the season was like 2,200 yards. But they didn't throw the ball. Billy says, if we are not at least a top 5 defense, something is wrong. Yeah. I went through the math. I went through all the statistical categories that matter. And this is very doable. It's not a long shot. It's not that difficult of a bet. If Vegas were putting odds down or putting odds on that, I would take that bet. Jeremiah, what's up, man? Good to see you. He says, a team from Dam Arbor can literally and figuratively kick rocks. I love it. Keeping it clean here, guys. I appreciate it. PC says, and then the cupboard will be emptied by the draft, hence why you need to reload with quality guys. Exactly. PC says I should have said darn. PC says Schoonmaker back this year. I believe so. Yeah. Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure he is. Oh no, I'm sorry. He was drafted by the Cowboys in round 2. I thought he had another year of eligibility. Apparently not. No, he was a 2018 recruit. So, yep, Gonzo. So that's one of their leading receivers gone. One of their top 3 receivers. Billy says, I'm worried most what our starting D-line is going to look like in 24 and 25. Well, I'm not super worried. It really depends. If Jack has a great season this year and makes the leap to the NFL, then yes, I'm concerned about Jack. JT, I consider him gone. He won't be a Buckeye next year. But Jack could come back since he got screwed last year and was forced to play that Jack position, which again, I'll say it again, crime against humanity and Jack Sawyer by Jim Knowles committed. So if Jack comes back, that's really going to be a big help to those edge rushers. But you got Kenyatta, Caden Curry. Those guys are going to take a leap this year. This is year 2 for them. Those guys, Amari Abor, if he can stay healthy, he might crack that lineup. So I'm looking for them Jackson, Curry, Abor to step up. And if Jack Sawyer returns, awesome. Charles says, wasn't Ronnie Bell a freshman the same year as Stetson Bennett? Seems like he's been around forever. He might have been, yeah. Might have been in that 2017 recruiting class. Let's check in on Ronnie Bell here. What's he up to? Let's see. He was drafted round 7 by the 49ers. So he's gone. Top receiver for Michigan gone. No, those are terrible numbers passing, but that's not their strong suit. Now, I'm hearing rumors lately that JJ has been working on his release, footwork, all the off-season camps and all this stuff, and supposedly he's going to be so much better, but I'm going to have to see this shit. And I'm going to have to see, I hear Harbaugh is now going to install a 50-50 offense, run-pass ratio. I'll believe that when I see it. That's a fucking crock of shit. So all these rumors and off-season, things are kind of laughable, kind of like this Big Ten, all Big Ten team. But what else we got here in the chat? PC says, sounds like they're going to have to lean even more on the this run game. Doesn't bode well for their RBs. Yeah, exactly. PC. They don't use their weapons. So why would, if you're a receiver, you're getting recruited, why would you even consider Michigan? They do not throw the ball. I just illustrated that. Leading receiver had 690 yards. And he wasn't a good receiver. He dropped 30% of his passes, almost 35%. Jesus. PC says, yeah, no Jack in the Jack. Nope. Jack is in the box. He's not in the Jack. I don't know. I'm stupid. PC says, I'm thinking Pocket Glizzy, Hairball, and crew are in for a rude awakening this year. I can feel it. That's what I'm saying, man. Vegas has their over-under team win total at 10.5. And even with this garbage schedule, Billy says, hoping JJ picks 6 up right where he left off. Very clever, Billy. Props to you. No, PC, 690 yards is not a lot. But, what do you guys think? Do you think that a 50-50 run to pass ratio is in the cards for Michigan this year on their offense? I can't picture it. A team that ran the ball as much as they did, I can't see it, man. I can't freaking see it. Look at these attempts. They had these rushing attempts. Blake Corum had 248 rushing attempts in 12 games. Remember, he didn't play during at the Ohio State game. 248 divided by 12 games. That is 21 carries a game, man. That has to be one of the leaders in the country. Let's go all FBS players by player. Oh shit. Position, running back. Sorry. I just want to see these rushing grades and total attempts. Okay. All right, my bad. Corum was 9th in the country in total attempts. Chase Brown got run into the ground in Illinois. 329 attempts. You got a dude from Air Force. You got Ibrahim from Minnesota, 304. Ball State doesn't count. Kent State doesn't count. Marshall doesn't count. Bijan Robinson from Texas, 257. Judkins from Ole Miss, 252. Corum coming in 248 attempts. That's a lot. Yeah. There's only 29 guys in the entire country, all of FBS, 131 teams. or whatever that rushed more than 200 times last year. Craziness. Jeremiah says, get ready for it. Be prepared. The Ohio State offense and defense are going to eat in 2023. They will be that unstoppable force. Go Buckeyes. I love it. Always bringing the positivity, Jeremiah. Yeah, PC says there's no way that Michigan can pull off that 50-50 split. It's not in their nature. Exactly. It's not in Harbaugh's blood, man. You open that guy up, it's a running back and 2 tight ends. What else? Charles says, if OSU is fortunate enough to get a W in Ann Arbor this year, do they plant a flag at midfield? See, that's a challenge. Is it real grass there, or are they on turf? If it's turf, you can't pull that shit off. If it's grass, yes, I say you plant all the flags you can. But I don't know if it's grass or turf. Turf, you look like an idiot because the flag just falls over. That's my take. But I would try it. I would consider it. Or just the whole team can piss on the big M in the middle of the field. How about that? PC says they probably don't even have the playbook for it. No, I don't think they do. They would have to use the same passing plays multiple times in the same game. They would get picked off all day. Right, exactly. What else? Yeah, that's brutal. 200 times. Yeah, 200 carries PC's referring to. So, all right, boys. 5:03. I got to take a pee. No, I really don't. But appreciate you guys being in here. We'll be back at it Friday. Finish off the week strong with another Buckeye Rush Hour, and we'll do it. Spray paint a block O at midfield. I love it, Billy. That's fine. But appreciate you guys. Talk to you later. Go Bucks.